let's talk about MLW Fusion from March the 17th, 2021. And we get the show starting with a fight. It's a fight between Injustice and Los Parks because they're going to be wrestling for the tag team titles. Then out of nowhere, here comes Contra Unit. So now it's a 6-person fight. And we're told it's going to be later on in the show, we find out that the main event is being changed. It is now going to be a triple threat, no disqualification match between Contra Unit, Injustice, and Los Parks. Okay, cool. Our first match on the show, Brian Pillman Jr. challenges for the middleweight title, wrestling Lio Rush. Now, before we get into this match, there's been a lot of problems with this whole AAA Cruiserweight Championship thing. Because on Twitter, Laredo Kid still has it, and he's defending the title all over Mexico as the AAA Cruiserweight Champion, which means that Lio Rush's title win, despite the fact that it's recognized as a unified title win on MLW TV, it literally means nothing in AAA. It literally means fuck all or nothing. Laredo Kid is still the champion, still running around with the belt, still defending it. So that means this title switch was either not recognized or it was recognized and then they just said, we don't care about it. Like when Ray lost his mask. It's kind of like, yeah, we saw it happen, but pass. Pass on really caring about it, you know? So they still, MLW is still saying that Lio Rush is the unified champion, and Brian Pillman answered this open challenge. This match was 9 minutes. It was not bad. Brian Pillman Jr. has kind of been phoning it in because he was 1 foot out of the door already. But this wasn't bad. So in the pre-match promo, Lio Rush talks about being an authentic star. You know, he's the man of the hour. Ha ha! Man of the hour. And that Brian Pillman Jr. is a cosplay clown. So they keep saying that Lio Rush is a unified champion. He has both belts, but Lio Rush only has one belt here, and Laredo Kid has the other belt in AAA. I'm never going to get over that. That's why these crossover things almost never work. You know, you go through all this trouble of, we're going to put both titles on one guy, and then right afterwards it's like, yeah, but we decided not to at the same time. So the finish came in with a springboard rebound stunner, which is one thing that I always see Lio Rush do. He kind of bounces off the bottom ropes into a stunner. And then he uses the frog splash. And the match was pretty solid. Again, Brian Pillman Jr. is 1 foot out the door. Every time I see him, I wonder, is this his last match that he taped for MLW or what? At least, well, maybe his career is still going there. Maybe this is a different round of tapings. I don't know. Anyway, we get Alexander Hammerstone. He's doing a promo backstage, and he says that ever since he's come back from the restart, I believe it was, that he's been playing other people's games. Now it's Azteca Underground, and he's tired of playing their games. He started playing games with all these different guys, and Mil Muertes may have stolen his belt, but just because you stick feathers up your ass doesn't make you a chicken. Mil Muertes is no real champion. It's like, okay, they've been doing this whole I took the belt thing. I think Richard Holiday also did this, and I think that they've been doing it in other promotions. They've been doing this kind of who's the real champion thing in a lot of these promotions now. Who's the real champion, Moose or Rich Swann? Who's the real champion, Santos Escobar or Jordan Devlin? Who's the real champion? So we kind of been doing this a lot lately, but it's all right. Look, I'm interested in Hammerstone and Mil Muertes. I'm really interested in that. So I'm gonna give it a pass, but we kind of need less jokes from Hammerstone. This everybody is Spider-Man stuff is really frustrating. We don't need him cracking jokes. We just really don't. So then we go to the Von Erichs, who shouldn't be talking. They talked about how Tom Lawler is predictable. That he disrespected them and disrespected their island, and they're going to wring his neck. or something to that effect. So Azteca Underground, basically, Selena said that the owner has of Azteca Underground has sanctioned violence tonight, and Patro. I don't know if his name is Paro or Perot. I heard it being pronounced both ways, but Perot, I guess, is going to be said that he will suffer. So the second match was Mil Muertes versus Paro or Perot, however it's responded. Is a big dude, really big guy. Perot wanted to fight Mil Muertes due to Mil Muertes, his treatment of Savio Vega. Mil Muertes is still in possession of Hammerstone's belt and was actually wearing it. Mil was very aggressive, and he was attacking continuously, and it made sense. He was really testing the ref, actually just shitting on the ref because the ref was was trying his best not to count him out because he was continuously attacking him in the corner. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.1, 4.2, anything to not stop it. Perot is not bad. He's a very solid dude. He took the beating pretty well. He did a little bit out there. He didn't do too much. He didn't give him too much. But Mil Muertes wins with the straight to hell flatliner, which was a counter from a lariat. So it was solid, not bad. Buku Dao was down and backstage because it was supposed to be Buku Dao and TJP. We were supposed to have that match tonight. But they showed Buku Dao down, laid out in the hallway. Later on, we found out that Buku Dao was being sent to a hospital. He had been attacked by TJP. We should have seen this, but we didn't get to see it. Because of this, the match was canceled, which means TJP got suspended from Ring of Honor, from MLW. So they did this storyline where TJP and Buku Dao were going to have a match. And I guess TJP decided to attack Buku Dao before the match. Of course, it would have been nice to see this. And Buku Dao got sent to the hospital, but now TJP is suspended. I'm guessing something must have happened either during those tapings and they decided just not to use it, or they're just going to play the match later. Because this is just a pastiche of all the different tapings they've already done. So Tom Lawler basically says that the Von Erichs are dumb. And that since they told him to pick the stipulation for their match, he picked a chain rope match. And this sounds awesome. This sounds like they're going to replace the ropes with chains. Or wrap chains around the ropes. Either way, this sounds badass. This sounds great. I cannot wait for this. I don't know how that works, but if it worked, I just had this visual in my head. Now, when he said a chain match, I thought they meant it's going to be a 6-man tag, by the way. It's going to be Tom Lawler. It's going to be Team Filthy versus Von Erichs and ACH. So it was going to be Kevin Koo, Dominic Garrini, and Tom Lawler. And basically, he just said a chain match. I thought like a dog collar match or a dog chain match or something like that. But then when they showed it, it said chain rope match. So I don't know if that means that the ropes are going to be gone and be replaced with chains, or if that means chains will be wrapped around the ropes. Either way, that should be badass. It should be a great fucking visual. I want to see that. Now I'm interested in Googling it to see if it took place somewhere else, like in Japan or something like that. So because I've never heard of this before. So this can be very unique. This could be something very fun. Hopefully this ain't another MLW bait and switch. Like where they said that they were going to do an Azteca Underground expose and it didn't happen. Now it's supposed to happen on this episode, by the way. Supposed to be an expose on Azteca Underground and it didn't happen. So the main event was for the tag team championships, Los Parks, which is LA Park, and El Hijo de LA Park, versus Contra Unit, which is Simon Gotch and Daivari, versus Injustice. So Contra Unit and Injustice started fighting immediately. LA Park came in swinging a chair, Simon Gotch and Myron Reed at one point was involved in a kendo stick duel. Myron Reed is back to wearing his chest protector, which they say is just now symbolic to going back to a time when he was more successful. and trying to channel, who he was before. L.A. Park Jr. and L.A. Park continuously swapped, like they were doing twin magic, where one of them would go under the ring and then the other one would come out. They have two obviously different body types. Like L.A. Park is bigger and older and slower, and L.A. Park and L.A. Park Jr. is smaller and thinner. This match is already no disqualification anyway, so they didn't really need to do all the swapping behind the referee's back, but they did it anyway, just kind of to sell the story. So, and anyway, the finish came when Jordan Oliver was pinned L.A. Park with a spear. So, this was a very solid show. This was a pretty big show. All the matches clicked. There was nothing really exceptionally stupid, except for maybe the Buku Dao thing where we didn't actually get to see what happened. But there was nothing stupid. Everything was fun. Everything was enjoyable. So this was a good episode of MLW Fusion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Send cash via the Cash App to the Cash App in the comment section below. Send emails to Mr. Slade84. Send tweets to Mongo Slade8. And I'll thank you guys later. Peace out.
Yeah, shed light. I know what that's like.